look for an opportunity to upsell your customer on something, and then just go for the sell, go for the ask. Just tell them. A lot of times you're not even really selling them. You're just simply pointing out, hey, I noticed this issue here. Did you know this was here? Oh no, I had no idea. Okay, well, you end up wanting to get that taken care of. We can do it for this price. I just wanted to talk to you guys real quick this morning because I had this happen yesterday. We oftentimes just get caught up in the mundane of just going out, running stops, doing our just day-to-day, working on our website, whatever you may be doing within your business. And I just wanted to take a second to just explain to you guys how important it is to do what I call peeling the onion back, because it's super easy. Like I said, we get caught up in, okay, the customer needs us to do this, let's go take care of that, and then that's that, right? So an example of this is, as you can see in the background, I have some metal back there. We did a rodent exclusion service for a customer, and I had to go do the follow-up to remove the one-way trap. Wasn't going to make any money off of that. And then as I was looking around, I noticed there was some burrowing close to his foundation. Not rodent burrowing or anything like that. It was actually from cicada killers. Now, those of you that don't know much about like the pest control industry, a cicada killer looks pretty similar to like a giant wasp, is the best way I can describe it. Some people might even call it a murder hornet, for those of you that remember that crazy stuff that was going on. But it looks like a giant wasp to a certain degree. And I was being proactive and just told him that, hey, if you end up seeing these, don't worry about them. They're not gonna attack you or anything like that. They'll usually just go away, in most cases within a few days to a couple weeks in most cases, but don't worry about it or anything. To which he responded, oh, I actually meant to reach out as well about having a pest control service done. And since he worded it like that, I was like, okay, yeah, no problem. Are you just wanting kind of like a one-time service, or what are you thinking? I know we talked about doing quarterly service in the past. This was months ago when he first called us. We talked about it briefly, but didn't really sell him hard on it. And he had me re-explain it to him, and a couple minutes down the road in that conversation, we ended up selling him on 1 year pest control for right around $500 plus tax on the year. So on a follow-up service that we weren't expecting to make any money on whatsoever, we ended up walking out of there with $500 plus tax at the end of the day. So it's about $125 a quarter that he's paying, and we got it all up front for a full year. That's why we love the full year. We'll give them a little bit of a discount. It's a win-win. We get them for a full year or more, because a lot of times our customers that pay for a year, they just renew year after year after year, which increases our LTV big time. But the whole point of this video is just go into every single task of your day thinking, how much money can I get out of this? Even if it's an opportunity where you don't think there's any money on the table, it's a callback, it's a follow-up for an exclusion service, whatever the case may be, go in there just looking for a reason to make money. Now, I'm not saying be unethical with this. Like, obviously don't tell the customer there's a problem when there's not a problem, but just always be looking for stuff, because all you have to do a lot of times is just open your mouth. I know a lot of times we can just overthink things. If you fear rejection, this is something that you really need to work on, especially if you're looking at starting your own business or anything like that, because you have to learn to just build that confidence to just know that for every 10 no's you're going to hear, you're probably going to get at least 1 to maybe even 4 yeses. So just the power of just opening your mouth, saying, hey, I noticed you got a gap over here, a rodent can fit in there, I can fit my whole hand in there. Or, hey, I noticed you got some wasp around the house, you're doing a termite treatment, you're like, I noticed you got some wasp nests, we can take care of that for this price. Or whatever the case may be, right? Every situation is different. Just don't get so caught up in just the mundane, day to day, where you're just like almost like a robot, right? You're like, okay, we got this list of tasks we got to do. Boom, 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 boom. We're done. Like, a lot of times you can just get in like this robotic mindset, especially something like pest control, where those of you that are in the pest control industry probably know kind of what I'm referring to, where like you're just running, 10, 15, however many regular stops that you're doing in a day. It's easy to get caught up in just, that little checklist essentially. Okay, spray around the house, knock down wasp nests, whatever your checklist is for what you do at a service, and then just hop in the truck and go. Especially in the summer when it's 100 degrees every day like it is here in Texas, you're just wanting to get in that truck as soon as possible and drive on to the next one. sometimes just slow down, especially when you're doing your Webster poll, for example. And I'm referring more to pest control business owners or technicians here, because obviously I own a pest control business. If you all are tuning in for the first time, wonder who is this guy, my name is Griffin, of course, and I own this company here, Preferred Pest Management, in the Dallas, Texas area, Plano, Texas specifically. Been in business about 4 years now, and I just document that on this channel. If this is our first time meeting each other, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell icon, all that good stuff. That way you don't miss any of these future videos. We do live streams as well, all that good stuff. But yeah, I mean, just to wrap it all up, like I said, just remember to sometimes just slow down. It only takes you usually an extra 1 to 5 minutes. Take a look around, look for an opportunity to upsell your customer on something, and then just go for the sell, go for the ask. Just tell them. A lot of times you're not even really selling them. You're just simply pointing out, hey, I noticed this issue here. Did you know this was here? Oh no, I had no idea. Okay, well, you end up wanting to get that taken care of. We can do it for this price. And either they're like, oh, okay, well, how soon can you do it? We can do it today, we can do it next week, whatever the case may be. Or sometimes they'll be like, oh, okay, well, yeah, no, I'll talk to my spouse about it, blah, blah, blah. What you do then is you either, if you want to be a little pushy with it, which I'm not personally, but if you want to be pushy with it, you can say, okay, well, just out of curiosity, what would you do if your husband or your wife or whoever they're talking about checking in with, what's going to happen if they say no? Are you all just going to leave it there? Or should we check back in? Ask for a sense of direction from the customer, because oftentimes when they do that main objection, which is always, let me ask my spouse or my mom or whatever the case may be, a lot of it is they just don't want to say no. So whenever you kind of say, okay, well, what's going to happen if they say no, then it'll be, flip back on them, you kind of get them in a gotcha moment where they're like, well, you know what? Yeah, we need to get that taken care of, so let's go ahead and do it. Like I said, that's not my type of style. I'll kind of do it occasionally if it's a big enough issue where I'm like, dude, these are termites. What are you going to do if they say no? Right? Obviously there's a healthy balance, a time and place to use that. Me, for the most part, if they say that, I'll go ahead and just say, what's a good time to follow up with you guys about this? And I'll put it on my schedule, follow up with them, and usually go from there. People like that a lot more than that pushy stuff, at least from my experience. Now, I'm interested, let me know in the comments, what do you guys do in terms of your sales push or sales tactic? Do you kind of push that edge, push the envelope a little bit? Or do you kind of, like I said, have the healthy balance? Or are you just kind of more laid back? Hey, I'll follow up with you. I'm always interested to know, what your all's sales processes are as well. So let me know down in the comments down below. And I hope you took some valuable, quick little information from this video. Maybe shift your mindset a little bit to man, yeah, I wonder how many opportunities I'm missing out on by not just opening my mouth or just looking around at the house and, seeing something that maybe I wouldn't seen had I just been in, that robotic trained monkey mode of just check, hop in the truck and go. Because most of us out here, even if you're just starting your business, you usually have at least 5, 10, 15, maybe even 20 if you're being overworked at a company, right? We have multiple opportunities every single day to add to our top line, or if you're still a technician, add to your commission check, right? But if we get caught up in that mundane, just run and not focus on that and just kind of forget about it, then you're leaving money on the table. So like I said, hopefully you guys did take some good information from this video. If you did, do me a favor, smash the thumbs up button. And like I said, let me know down in the comments kind of what your sales process is in terms of, potentially upselling customers and things of that nature. I know it's been a while. It's been about a week or so since I've posted a video, and it's been 2 weeks already since I went live. We're hoping to go live here probably this weekend if time prevails. Like I said, if you're new to me, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell icon if you're still watching at this point, and feel free to check out any of the videos that we'll have. I'll try to remember to put a playlist or video here that will help you out tremendously in business as well, and I'll see you guys in the next one.